The sad thing about before alternative became really well known for brain issues like this is they put them in institutions. They put them away. And it's very, very sad. And we've got some very brave parents today who say, no, I am not doing that. And they fight for their kids. And I guarantee you it takes fighting for your kids to get them well when they're very severe.
Dr. Corinne Allen is the director and founder for the Advanced Learning and Development Institute, and for more than 30 years has dedicated herself to the research and practice of natural health and nutrition. Dr. Allen is recognized worldwide for her natural and practical approach in finding alternative methods of stimulating permanent changes in the brain in dyslexia, ADD, autism, Asperger's, learning disabilities, behavioral issues, and brain injuries. The Advanced Learning and Development Institute is a unique organization dedicated to a complete, natural, and holistic approach in retraining neurological brain pathways to achieve positive, life-changing results.
Well, we've had severely autistics come in who could not even do another program because they were physically dangerous. They were so tactily and sensory defensive, and autistic parents understand what that is, that they couldn't be around other people. So they couldn't even go to a center to try and do some kind of therapy. So within the first day, we had them where they could be accepting therapy and accepting help. And by the end of the session, there was absolutely incredible changes in ability to be taken to public places, and ability to be alone in a room at home. People don't understand, if you don't have these kind of children, that when you can never take your eye off a child because they're a danger to themselves and a danger to younger children, your life is a prison. And when we can even do that much for some of the severe autistics, we have done a lot. And then as they progress and they come back in the next year and they do the home program, there's more that can be done. In a brain camp which we run for 2 weeks, and it is one of our most important features in our therapy is to use the Kangen water. And we've seen a 35% increase in our results since we've added the water to our therapies. We know from research that the brain can grow new connections. We know that. We know that. It used to be thought that the brain could never change. But we know that doesn't matter what age, we can stimulate more neuron connections, and you have a nerve cell, and what you have is the axons and dendrites moving out from that. So what we're trying to do is stimulate more of those to connect with ones from another cell. When they make more of those strong connections, we get new behaviors. We get new people, and they are so excited when this happens. In fact, we get so many excited parents that they go, I think maybe this would be good for me. I'm going to come and do the program. When people come to our program, usually they don't really know what to expect. We can tell them we do lights, we do a moving bed, we do an auditory program, and we're going to give you supplements, and we're going to have you do a special diet. These kids and adults who come who have brain injuries like autism, Asperger's, car accidents, traumatic stress injuries, head injuries, whatever, they do not drink water, or they've been drinking water that is acid, or they've been drinking a lot of sodas or juices or things that dehydrate them. They come with high inflammation and high dehydration, and when they start on the Kangen water, a lot of times we hear from the parents who never drank water before, and now they want to drink the water. And so they start to really enjoy it and actually ask for it. Mm-hmm. But they really don't know what they're in for. And what happens is sometimes there will be teenagers who are going, I don't like this and I'm not going to do this. And after the first or second day, they are like just puppy dogs in our hands. They love it. They can't wait to be there. are traditional and there are alternative methods for dealing with autism. And the thing that's different about our program is that we've kind of taken all of the things that are working on an alternative level and that are possible to do in a short period of time, an intense period of time. So, for example, color, light, sound, movement. We do primitive reflexes, which this work is absolutely off the charts in what it can do for severe cerebral palsy and autistics and even higher, all of us at any level. And we take these processes and then we add nutrition to it. Of course, we're a non-drug therapy. And we add highly effective brain-stimulating nutrition. And these are things that people are doing separately, and they're doing some of the therapies like auditory integration therapy separately. It's very powerful for all of these programs. But when you add that with light, sound, and color, and you add it with the high-powered nutrition that we're doing and the reflexive work and the other work that we do, the results are exponential. It starts putting oxygen to their brain, and these people, a lot of times these kids have never done a lot of physical activity, and they start having more energy, they're more motivated, and we see all kinds of things that we do are given more power and ability because of the oxygen pushing through, and the structured water and the alkaline water all helps that brain to function better. That come to our program and really do get benefit are, of course, the autistics from mild to severe. Then you have a category of people that a lot of people in the general population don't understand, and this was Asperger's children. And they do marvelous with our program. It's really, really gratifying to see the changes that they make, and it makes their life a whole lot better. And then we have learning disabled, we have dyslexics, we have ADD, we have hyperactive. We have children who have not been given any label. And, of course, our job is not to give them a label because we just find out what the problem is and go after those pathways that need enhancement or connection. And so we'll get people that come in that just are slow developers. We deal with Down syndrome. We deal with people who've had car accidents or some kind of an assault to their brain, hits on the head, either mild or severe. And we see them getting new functions and seeing a new life open up for them. As soon as you drink this water, and anybody that's drunk it will know that it causes the oxygen to get in, and because of the small molecule structure, not the large molecule like it's in regular water, it goes directly into the cells and into the brain. And that will give them energy mentally so that they can do the motions. We give them a lot of trampoline movements and a lot of reflexive movements, and they're able to do them. And they have hard work. They have to work all day long, and a lot of times they get tired. Normally in programs past before we had it, they'd go take a nap, or now they don't have to take naps, they can keep working hard all day long. When I see my moms, I almost cry when I say this because it takes a mom and a dad who believe that their child can get well. They are told from the get-go with these severe kids in the school system and in our normal system that your child is never going to make it. Just plan on, just do this therapy, do this program. That's the traditional approach. We'll just work with them, and, that's the best we can do. If the parents don't get fighting mad and say, no, I'm not going to accept this, then they will have what they accept. But I'll tell you, the parents that have fought for their children and they work hard, and it's not just doing our program, it's doing work at home and the normal developmental things, and it's working with your child on a daily basis and doing follow-up. There is nobody that I have seen that can't make improvements, no matter how bad they are. And that is the most exciting thing, and that's why I know this is a God-given program, because they're His children, and He wants them to be healthy and to be whole. And sometimes we're not going to see them all become whole, but we see the majority of our kids and our adults improve in such a level of life that it makes life a whole lot more exciting and a whole lot more able to fulfill their mission for which God brought them on this earth. So to parents, never give up. Never, ever, ever give up. And know that if you're listening to this presentation, that somebody somewhere cared about you wanting to know this so that you would have hope and know that there is something out there that can help you and your child.
You may contact Dr. Allen at the Advanced Learning and Development Institute by calling 1-866-81-BRAIN or by visiting us at www.brainadvance.org.